Hey guys, welcome back to the Sonic Historical Marathon, the series where I'm playing through almost every Sonic game, from Sonic 1 to Sonic Lost World, and anything in between really. And today, very special day for me, playing my favorite game, Sonic Adventure 2. It gets its own episode, I don't even give a shit, it's the best. I'm gonna have fun, it's my show, get your own. Let's get this thing started with Sonic Adventure 2. And here we are at Sonic Adventure 2, my favorite Sonic game of all time. This is the only game we're going to be covering in this episode. I wanted to give it its own little spotlight, if you will. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to play through all three stories, and I'm going to try to A rank every single level. Now, I've done this many times, not in one sitting, but I've 100%ed the game 4 different times. I've done it on the Dreamcast, the GameCube, PC, and PS3, and you can see I already have a different file. So I'm just gonna do this on a already existing file, so I have all the power-ups and whatnot, but so I can also show some cutscenes at one point or another. So let's get it started. Let's do the hero story. Oh, there he is, the Blue Blur himself. Oh man, I've seen this cutscene. Oh man, I've seen this cutscene so many fucking times. Classic one-liner to open the game off. So yes, I am playing this on the 2012 HD release of the game. I find it the most definitive version to play. I like playing with the PS3 controller the most out of, Dreamcast and GameCube. I hate the Dreamcast controller. GameCube is alright, but I would much rather use a PS3 controller if I can, because I'm more adapted to it. That's just me. Grinding, first introduced in this game. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get a bonus of 200 points by... Oh, well, now it's just 100. So Sonic Adventure 2 has a point system, and it's pretty tight. It's the first game that introduced ranking, as you'll see. That's why I'm going for A ranks. So if you destroy multiple enemies in a combo, so let's get 200 points right here. Ooh, 200. If you destroy 2 enemies in a combo, you get 100. If you destroy 3, you get 200, and so on and so forth. And what you want to do as Sonic, a really good method to link enemies is to just, because they're not next to each other, so you want to bounce, and then that's how the combo doesn't end until you land on your feet. There are multiple glitches you can perform here, like you can get the truck to move back, because it's based on distance or something. Like if you go towards him, the truck, he'll actually move backwards, and you can face him out into the wall. Big the Cat right there. Classic. And that's something that's great about the HD port, is that it's basically the Sonic Adventure 2 battle. It's the battle version of the game, but with the big cameos that were just in the Dreamcast version added as well. And, it's just widescreen, or most of the game is, rather. So, it's just the best, and there you go, A rank. You can beat this guy really fast if you know how to maneuver properly, so let's see if I can do it. Well, 2 more hits and he's gone. So there you go. And there you go. He's dead. 30 seconds, easy boss, well, a little over 30. So yeah, there's Bigfoot. First Knuckles level. First treasure hunting level if you play the hero side first. Yeah, you're just finding the emeralds, just like you were in Sonic Adventure. Let's see where this one is. Is it in this? Pretty sure it is, yep. Wild Canyon is a very easy level to A rank. It's really small and compact. And that brings us to the first Walker level. This is also, in the Walker section, is where the whole linking enemies and combos comes into play much more, because you're actually locking on to enemies, and it's a little easier to get bigger combos than if you were playing as Sonic or Shadow. Just as prominent, in fact, probably more so. You want to link as many enemies as you can together to get a good combo, and subsequently an A rank. Sonic Adventure 2 also, not only my favorite Sonic game, fuck you man, also has my favorite Sonic soundtrack, because it's so good. And of course, being a collector, I want to own it. Of course it's the one that's like the most expensive. That and Digilog Conversation, Sonic Adventures soundtrack. Those two are just, they go for so much money. Unless you buy a bootleg, of course, because then it's like $16. I actually have a bootleg of this. Fuck! No. I actually have a bootleg of this soundtrack. And I didn't know it was a bootleg for a while. This was early collector days. So, yeah, I was all happy to finally own the soundtrack, and it's a bootleg. Classic. While you're linking enemies together, be careful not to get hit, because if you get hit, that will, even if you actually end up destroying all the enemies, you won't actually get your bonus points for the combos, which is really dumb, and it's just something you have to learn to get used to. So, like, while you're linking all these together, just make sure you don't get hurt, or your combo points will be toast. They'll be gone. Extreme 1500. And oh yeah, that's definitely an A rank. Yep. He did it, Sonic. So it wasn't really talked about right here. I don't know how you would get it. Maybe it was in the manual. It was actually expounded upon in Sonic X. All that writing on the wall is from Gerald Robotnik. This was Gerald Robotnik's cell when he was in prison. And wrote on the walls, apparently, because he's a little kid. He can't write on the walls, Gerald! You're gonna have to clean it up. Metal Harbor is probably my favorite level in the game. It's just really fun to A-rank and speedrun. Now, speedrunning and A-ranking, unlike Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations, they're different mindsets. If you're trying to get an A-rank, you play a certain way. If you're trying to just speedrun, you play it in another way. That's mostly true, you know, for Knuckles and Rouge's levels. It's kind of the same. Speedrunning is A-ranking. So right here, to ensure that you get an A-rank on Metal Harbor, you want to get to the very top of the missile before it fires, which is not there. It is actually over here. It's easiest if you skip one of the checkpoints a little bit through the level, and then the checkpoint right before the missile will give you the speed shoes, so it'll make it much easier to get to the top of the tower. You can, or the missile rather, you can definitely do it without the speed shoes, but it makes it a lot easier. So, just a little tip, you know. That is an A rank. Over 2,000 or 20,000 rather for this level is an A rank. I have most of them memorized, or I can usually just tell by what I get with levels, because I've been playing this game for fucking ever, just for so many years. Oh, everyone's favorite cutscene, right? I'll make you eat those words. That's coming up in a second. So this boss can be tricky because he kind of jumps around. The goal is to just kind of, well, you want to hurt him obviously, but the best way to do that is to somersault, like so. There you go. Try not to fall off. Ooh, wow, that was very close. So here's Green Forest, the first level where you are given a time to beat it under, which is 8 minutes, as you can see up in the corner. And 8 minutes is quite easy to beat, even if you're taking your time in this level. You should have no problem beating it in under 8 minutes. And of course, if you're wanting to A-rank it, then, well, you just want to get out of here as soon as possible while getting all the points you can. There's rails up here you can grind. Whoa! Extra 1,000 points just for doing that. And then come down here, switch over there, and let's see if I can do it. Oh! That's pretty tricky to land flawlessly. It's really easy to fall into the water. Green Forest has one of the best songs in the game. Won't Stop, Just Go. Super rockin' and just guitar heavy. I'm gonna do a super bounce right here. Oh, that didn't really help me at all. But I can just... Ooh, that was close. And you get 1,000 points for doing that. And A rank. Yeah, baby. So Pumpkin Hill is probably my favorite Knuckles level. I like the scenery the most. It's really similar, well, Skyrail is really similar to this, because it's take place in like the same kind of area. Whoa, I hit the spring without breaking the container! How about that? And first emerald. So, it's the second biggest Knuckles level. Meteor Herd is definitely the largest. This level is split into 3 main sections. We were just on Church Mountain. This here's Pumpkin Mountain, or Pumpkin Hill. Yeah, Pumpkin Mountain. And then we're gonna go over to Ghost Train Mountain in just a second. So it's three mountains, and then these little, you know, walkways in between. Ooh, getting a... No, I was getting a signal. really how good you do at the Knuckles levels is completely based on RNG, where the emeralds appear and how fast you can figure out where they are. It just becomes about, oh, let's say hi to Big the Cat through the little doors. There he is. It just becomes about intuition and, you know, thinking like the game. And this one's probably on the track. Yep. And A-ranked that one as well. I'm pretty much going to be A-ranking any of these. If I have to ever redo them, then I will, I guess. But classic Eggman. You see here, the aspect ratio is 4:3. And I can understand why they did that for these, because these were pre-rendered cutscenes that were made in 4:3 ratio. The reason the game can be extended to 16:9 is because it's just the assets of the levels and the characters showing more than what was originally presented. It can be extended. With something like this, they would have to like remake the entire thing for it to be 16:9. However, later in the game, there are cutscenes that are like in-game cutscenes that are 4:3. They just didn't make them wider, and I have no idea why they could have done that. Because everything is there to have made them 16:9. I don't know, it's just strange. He says he just made an emerald. Yeah, you know what? I've been studying the Chaos Emeralds for a while. I just made one. I mean, it's fake, but I fucking made it. So in Mission Street, there's all these dynamite packs everywhere. They count as targets that you can lock onto, so it's good to hit those whenever you can, rack up the extra bonus points, and right up here we're going to run into the gold beetle. Always want to hit that. Wow, I didn't even lock on and I destroyed it. That's pretty neat. I'm wanted for fucking $1 million! There we go, I got over the thing without doing the thing. That's a little method that's a little trick you can do by pausing right before you hover. I don't know what name it has. But yeah, it comes in handy sometimes. I mean, I had to try a few times to get it right back there, but it is what it is. Fuck, I missed all those targets now. Now right here, when you destroy this, it'll go up, and you can actually just get on it right there. I'm gonna go ahead and take the long way. Easier to get points this way, because there are more targets, obviously, everywhere. Shit. If you hold it too long, you end up losing them all, which you don't want that to happen. Especially if you're walking past all of them, because then you really miss them. You can't go back and get them unless you want to backtrack. And A-ranked that. So this level right here is probably my least favorite Knuckles level. I just don't really like playing it too much. All the other ones are pretty fine. This one requires like playing around with the water level if you need to, which you will need to, but... Now there are points where you can use the monitors and still get an A rank in the level. I'm pretty sure you can use one for each until it becomes like, because each time when you get an emerald, depending on how long it takes you to get it, you get a certain amount of bonus points. And if it takes you if you get it right away, then you get a perfect. If you take any more time than that, then you obviously don't. The monitors take one peg down each, I believe. So you want to try to avoid them if you can, but if you need to get them, you can still end up using monitors and getting an A rank. I did it in Pumpkin Hill. But yeah, that's just kind of the rule of thumb. Alright, so this level, super simple to beat and get an A rank in. All you really have to do is just kind of drive well and keep up your pace. This level's literally just driving. So as long as you don't really, take a whole bunch of time to finish, to get to the end, you're pretty much golden. This is an instance where an A rank is the same as a speed run. And it has this weird drifting. I never understood why they did the drifting the way that they did. So the way you drift is you have to let go of the acceleration for a second and then push it again with a direction. So right here, I let go of it and then I drift. I don't know why they did it like that. They had shoulder buttons to work with. Also, when you hit the cars, they go fucking flying. They don't just get damaged and then spin off to the side. They just fucking go off of the road. And the same thing is actually true in City Escape. If you just touch a car as Sonic, just sends it into oblivion. Yeah, the point of that level is just to get to the president to figure out where Eggman's broadcasting from. I always liked this cutscene. I think it's kind of cool. They're like in front of the, Eggman's base about to go in. They're kind of like getting themselves psyched up or whatever. Also, on that one shot of Sonic, when it cuts away from the group to Sonic, for a single frame, and this happens a lot in, I think both adventures actually, the lighting on Sonic is like dark, and then it becomes bright. It's for a single frame. You would have to go at like the slowest speed to catch it, or just go into an editing program to catch it or something. That's how I always see them. Yeah, I don't know why, just probably some wonky things with the lighting. Anyway, we're at Hidden Base. I actually love playing this level, because speedrunning it and getting an A rank on it, you play pretty similarly, or you can play pretty similarly. There's a lot of instances for shortcuts, like right here. Gonna want to just, and then boost above that, shoot all them. See right here, this little courtyard thing, that's the exact point where Knuckles and Rouge had the Master Emerald and then Eggman stole it. It was just put there, which is pretty funny. They did something very similar with Sonic and Shadow, with their meeting before Green Forest is actually on a platform in Green Forest, like halfway through the level. He did it, Sonic. Yay. Pyramid Cave, level-wise, probably my favorite song in the game, off the soundtrack. Also, it has these weird hoops that you can go through to get points for some random reason. I'm not really sure why it gives you points, but, whatever, free points. And then instead of using that, I'm just going to do a super bounce, come up here, super bounce up here, skip that little section. You can skip a lot of Pyramid Cave that way, but actually going through those doors will sometimes, and most of the time, does give you points. So if you're trying to A rank, you probably don't want to do it that way. I was trying to destroy both of those together, but the ring screwed me up. Although you can skip this portion with a super bounce, just come through the wall, and on the rail. Easy. And right here, you can actually, there's a way, I'm just going to let this ghost grab me, because why not? Come on. There's actually a way to spin dash in a specific way to clip through this part of the door. It takes a lot of attempts, and I've only been able to do it a few times. It's really difficult, and I mean, if you're trying to speedrun it, it's really good to use. Why is the camera being all weird? So sometimes when you're spin dashing, you actually want to avoid some of the dash panels. This one that I just passed would actually speed you up. Sometimes when you're in a ball, like I am now, it'll actually slow you down, which is strange. And what I just did right there, because you didn't see me roll under the door, I used storage, which is like, you basically press and hold the somersault button at a very specific time when you're going under something, so that you actually don't end up somersaulting at all. No! I missed the gold beetle. I don't know why there's all these neon signs around like Eggman's base, because he's really like, those people will never find me in my pyramid base where I have neon signs of my fucking face everywhere. Right here, you can actually see a result of the 16:9 expanding. Amy isn't even moving, she's just a statue! Yeah, so the thing is, with Knuckles' stages and Rouge's stages, the radar only tells you the location of one at a time, but you can still find the other ones in the level. They just won't show up on your radar, and when you do, it's an automatic perfect. So, I mean, that's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's like, well, I wish you'd just fucking show me all of them, because it'd be a little less, a little less stressful. And yeah, this is perfect, as Knuckles just said. So it is possible to hit this guy more than once in his cycle, and I'm going to try to demonstrate that right now. You want to dig him up, and then hit him, and then you want to kind of get near the wall so you can hit him again. Let's see if I can do it one more time. Ooh! You think this is a normal cutscene, but actually, Big the Cat, hello! So, in the cutscenes, if you press what was the equivalent of A and B on the Dreamcast controller, which is X and circle on my controller, in some cutscenes, Big the Cat will just, appear. This is a cutscene that they didn't extend the aspect ratio, and I don't know why, because it's just the in-game models, like always. It's the same. They so could have easily extended this, but they did not. Here we have an artificial chaos. They used to torment me as a kid because I didn't know how to defeat them. Turns out it's pretty easy. All you do is just get really close. So there's the secret. And there we go, A rank, perfect. And we already got 2, so the last one is probably at the very bottom on a tower or something. That's just my guess, but if you get 1 up here, you're very unlikely to get lucky enough to get another one up here. And I need some rings pronto! That's a pretty good time for Meteor Herd, if you're just trying to A-rank it. Again, the Knuckles and Rouge levels, speedrun equals A-rank, so just as long as you're, you know, going as fast as you can, you're probably gonna get an A-rank. You just gotta be on your feet. Okay, so this boss, it has a couple phases, and Rouge can start doing moves. All you want to do is just spam the X and circle button, because that will hurt her over and over. And eventually, she will... Okay, well the floor did actually... Oh, well no, she died. Okay, so that was took a little longer than it usually does when I do it, because I don't think I was doing it correctly, but whatever. You know what? It's all good. Crazy Gadget. I used to despise this level so much as a kid. It gave me a lot of trouble. But now I actually really like playing it, because it's kind of fun. And there are a lot of things you can do, like right here. I usually... If I'm A-ranking this, I usually don't do this, but you can just super bounce. You're supposed to not be upside down right here. Come through here. Get sucked up into the tube, and there you go. So right here, for some reason they want me to do like a whole gravity thing. I can just spin dash across. I don't know why they insist I do that. There we go. You just break out of the lasers. Yeah. I don't really... It's something with the collision detection or something, but yeah, it's... And there's Big back there. Hey, Big. So coming up right here, for some reason in the port, maybe in the GameCube version too, the camera decides to just fuck you in your face. It does not do that on the Dreamcast version, and I don't know why it does it there. And it does it up here too sometimes. And A-rank. There we go. So here we are, final rush, Sonic's last level of the hero side story. It's a pretty fun level. I really like this. It's fun to speedrun, it's fun to A-rank. There's a lot of cool little tricks you can do here and there involving grinding and stuff. This level is like 75% rails. So, Gold Beetle right here. Let's see if I can hit it. There we go. It's kind of tricky sometimes. And we linked those 2 enemies together, so bonus 100 points. That's always good to get. So right here is one of my favorite tricks to do in the entire game, which is running on the wall. Now there's actually a way... Oh! Oh, I'm doing it! Wow, that's the first time that's ever happened. So there's an easy way to keep it going, which is onto the next wall around the corner, which is to do a like a jump, bounce, and then land it. But the PS3 version never likes when I do that. It always cancels my spin dash. But for some reason it just let me walk around the corner, and that's not supposed to happen. So I wonder what the deal with that was just now. But that's really cool. I'm really glad that I caught it on, not camera, but footage. That's awesome. So I usually go to the... I don't usually take this rail. I usually go just straight onto that platform ahead of me. But right up here, little secret. Hey, is that Big the Cat? I think it is. He's dancing, you know, having a good time. This game makes me want to dance too, Big, so you are not alone, my friend. The rails with the green X's on the end of them, that means you can trick after you jump off of them, which gives you anywhere from, like, I don't know, 300 to 1,000 points, depending on how fast you're going. And there we go. First 2 or 3 times, he'll just let you hit him without much trouble. What I like doing is hanging back, letting him do his attack, and then hitting him like that. That's probably the easiest and fastest way of killing him. Oh, I lost my rings there too. Okay, so we're in the first level of Darkside Iron Gate. Something I don't know if I mentioned about this port is that it made the loading time significantly faster. I'm just gonna be an edgy guy, jump down here. And the gold beetle is right over there. And Big the Cat is actually right below us. You could probably find him in one frame. I went past him really fast. And A rank, it tastes really good. Alright, so here we are in Dry Lagoon, basically just Rouge's version of Wild Canyon. Or Wild Canyon is the Knuckles version of this. Same thing, whatever. So the gimmick with this is there's a turtle that you actually have to free from 2 robots. That takes you to the different versions of, or the different little areas to this level. A rank, bitch, woo! Sand Ocean, this level is pretty atrocious to play when you do not have the jet booster, which the first time you play it, you don't, because you get the jet booster in Lost Colony, and that was a good combo link. Gonna get 500 bonus points for that. Right here, I'm gonna link this to an enemy over there, which you can't even see, but I went through the wall to do it. Beautiful run, A rank all the way. Gonna do some storage right here. Ooh, delicious. And I'm sure everyone knows this shortcut. Skip that all. Just to show off a little trick, I can come over here, hit that spring, which was in a metal box that I didn't have to destroy. There's a lot of little things like that in this game, which, in my opinion, make it so much more fun. Because there are little things that can happen when you clip through things, but in a good way, to work for your advantage. Right here, I'm going to destroy this enemy with storage. It looks so goofy. And with that, we get a beautiful A rank, just like Shadow likes. Egg Quarters, Rouge's version of Death Chamber. Not too much of a fan of this level, but it's better than the one level Rouge has that we all hate. So the gimmick to this level is there's this big bug flying around, kind of like the security monitor of the level. You want to stay out of its line of sight by being in the shadows, or being behind it, or, you know, whatever. Just staying out of, right in front of the thing. You can actually go ahead and get right in front of it, just get back in the shadow right away. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's in the treasure chest. There we go. Perfect. Here we go. Gotta get that A rank. Ooh, it feels good. So the deal with Lost Colony is that it makes the whole level dark, and then when you kill an enemy like so, it produces a little flash of light. So this gimmick is not that bad in the HD port of the game. But in the original Dreamcast, it is so fucking dark and impossible to see anything. It's ridiculous. Like in this, you can see vastly more than you could ever see on the Dreamcast, or maybe even the GameCube. I can't remember if the GameCube fixed it either. But, you know, never touching the Dreamcast version, because it's just, this version is the best version all around. Oh, there's Big. You can see him right there. Oh, bye, Big. And with that, boom, the Doctor gets an A rank. That's what the Doctor likes to see. And Weapons Bed, making that 2 Eggman levels in a row. Now, first off, it's just giving you all these points. You gotta take them. Yeah, this is very fun to just blow a bunch of shit up. Just, oh, this is a delight. One more heaping helping of A rank, please. So this part is so fucking stupid. Like, Eggman tells Rouge, set the timer for 5 minutes. I mean, 15 minutes. And then she's like, no, 5 minutes is fine. I don't need extra time. Probably time I would enjoy valuing my life. I could just set the timer for fucking on a big box. Thanks, I didn't want to read the hint. So in this level, you're actually looking for Chaos Emeralds themselves and not Emerald Shards. So that makes it, I think, only in 2 levels you're actually, as Rouge, looking for shards of the Master Emerald. Which is pretty interesting when you think about it. And give me that, ooh, the A rank. White Jungle, Shadows Green Forest. It's a pretty fun level. I love the music in it. It's absolutely fantastic. Rhythm and Balance, I believe, is the name of it. Given a longer time limit than Sonic has in his, got to get through it in 10 minutes, which again is absolutely, it's way too much time. If you spend 5 minutes in this level, that's too long. Oh man, almost threw off my rhythm and balance there for a second. Am I right? Yeah, come on, laugh at my jokes. Oh, there's Big the Cat, and here is the gold beetle. No! Oh, I actually got it. Wow, that's magic. You know, this is the only level I believe, where Big actually appears twice. He appears at the very end, but we can't really see him without dying. So I can't really show you that, because if I die, my score goes away, and therefore no A rank. But I can point him out to you where he is. So let's come over here. He's actually in... Let me situate the camera a little bit. Oh, you can see him. He's over there. He's over right there. You can see him in the distance, fishing. So this is an inconsistency in the game. Right after the fight with Sonic, Shadow goes to get Rouge and the island blows up. But as we know from the hero side of the story, Sonic has 8 minutes to get there out of the island until it blows up. So it's like, why didn't they just throw the fight at the end of both levels? Or have it be a longer time? I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore! And this is just, you know, the parallel the dark side has with Tails' Route 120, whatever it was, Route 101, this is Route 280. Both are actually real freeways, or streets, or whatever, near San Francisco, where this game was developed in Sonic Team USA, back when that was a thing. Although this one is a little harder, has a lot more of these sharper edges, corners, whatever, to maneuver around. Makes it a little more difficult. There are also more openings into the ocean, so there's a lot more opportunities to fall down and lose all your progress of the level, because, you know, being a driving level, there are no checkpoints. You just got to do it in one go, which it only takes about 2 minutes, if that. And this isn't even a racing game. It's just you just are in a car for one level. But Sonic Drift sucks. Man, you know when you like ate earlier in the day and then for like the rest of the day you don't eat and you're like, "No, man, I'm fine." But then like it hits you and you're like, "Holy shit, I am starving." That's me right now because I've just been recording games all fucking day. Oh yeah, give me that A rank, baby. Skyrail is one of the quickest levels in the game. You can, if you're speedrunning it, you can beat it in, I think, under 30 seconds. But you have to be pretty good to get under 30 seconds, I believe. I can't remember my best time off the top of my head. But it's very fast, very fun. A lot of grinding, as the name implies. Now, there are many, many, many shortcuts in this level. But if you want to go for an A rank, you probably don't want to take most of them, because most of them are avoiding large sections where you can get a lot of points. So you probably want to go the area with the most points. And here, to get the gold beetle is actually pretty tricky. Oh! Yeah, really, if you actually go for those 2 beetles before it, you actually won't end up getting it. It'll disappear. So it's either the 2 combo points, or the 1 combo point, and the 2 beetles, or the other thing. But it's, oh man, I missed a trick. You can trick off that rail. Ooh! And here we are, the worst level in the game. Oh man, I don't like this level one bit. You know, I actually really prefer the hard mode version, Mission 5 of this level, because hard mode, the emeralds are always in the same place, so it's actually easier than normal mode. And I can actually speedrun that mission really fast. I've gotten under, I think, 50 seconds on that mission, because, you know... Oh, here we go, we're getting a signal. Alright, so the way this level works, there are 3 planets. Well, 2 of them have their own gravity, which makes it really fucking annoying. The spherical planet is the worst one, though, because it like, traps you in the gravity. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't really work that well, so it's kind of frustrating. See right there, I'm shifting in and out of the gravity. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh yeah, A rank even with a raccoon walking in the background. That's how Rouge does it, man. And here we are in Cosmic Wall, the final Eggman stage. I'm actually going to show you a trick that I discovered. If you lock onto these things and then walk away, then come back as you shoot it, they actually spawn again, and you can keep getting the bonus points for them. And, well... It requires, like, you gotta be at the right angle for them to come back, but yeah, see, this one's, like, came back, like, 5 times. I don't really know what to call it, like the walk back glitch or something. It only really, I found, works with the floaty things, like these things that just serve as targets for you to hit and get bonus points for. But, you know, it comes in handy, especially in the hard mode mission of the port, because in the port, they changed the amount you need to get an A rank from, like, I think 50,000 to 100,000. Which was fucking weird. It's the only mission that they changed like that. So the gimmick with this level is that the gravity is, as you can see, very low. You can kind of just float around, and it's pretty fun. I like this level a lot. I just wish it wasn't so fucking long, because it really is. This is actually my second time recording for Cosmic Wall. I actually got all the way up till Canon's core, and then there was a fucking, like, super short power outage at my house. So I lost like 30 minutes of footage. But that's okay, because I like playing SA2 anyway. Thank God it wasn't like fucking Sonic 06. Because that'd probably be just like, guys, I don't know what to tell you. I already played it. I'm not playing it again. So yeah, getting an A rank on the normal mission is pretty easy. They give you plenty of targets and shooting space. And I'm actually just about to get to an auto run segment where they literally just take you on like a visual tour just to get points. It's really easy. On the hard mode mission for right here, you want to be kind of careful in how you time your shooting on the artificial chaos, because, as I said before, if you get hit while, like, if I got hit like right here and I still launched all my shots and got all the things, I wouldn't get the bonus points. That's just something that happens with the system. I don't know why or how, but yeah, on this segment right there, actually, yeah, I just got hit. It's really easy to get hit and lose your bonus points. So, and in the hard mode, you want to hold on to every kind of point that you can. So you want to be extremely sure and safe about that. And then the level ends with this weird drill thing coming down and getting you, or trying to get you. And just like that, we get another A rank. The last A rank for the good old Doctor himself. The Tails boss, pretty much the same thing as the, against Eggman boss. Although, one should note that the Canon is actually on the side of Eggman's craft, walker, whatever you want to call it. Whereas, Tails is in the front. So you just kind of, if you're trying to angle actual shots to hit him that way, that's a good way of doing it. And I died. Final Chase, Shadow's last level of the Dark Side, respectively. I like Final Rush much more than this level. I don't really care for this level. See, it has a gimmick of the gravity tubes. And let's see if I can link these enemies. Ooh! It has these gimmick of gravity tubes that I'm on right here. And the control on them is pretty wonky. It's just, collision detection is kind of off on them. You can't actually spin dash on them, which kind of, is a pain. So you watch, if I try spin dashing, like here, I'm pressing, the spin dash button right here, I just appear on the side. And you can't even spin dash on the side, you just keep doing this. So I don't really know why that is. It's probably just, this was the Dreamcast. They didn't have everything ironed out when they put it out, so. I always liked playing as Shadow less than playing as Sonic because he doesn't have the bounce bracelet, and that makes Sonic a lot more fun. Also, Shadow is kind of harder to control because of his the way he runs. It's a little more outward, so it's a little he's a little more slippery than Sonic. Oh! Ooh! That was close. I almost just threw the entire run of this level. Let's see if I can land on the rail. And of course, knowing my luck, right after I made that really cool jump that saved my run of this level, I died. And the thing I really don't like about when you die in SA2 is that if you're going for an A rank, you have to start all over. And that's fair. That's perfectly fine. It's just, it's annoying if you're like right at the very end of a level. So right over here, they want me to fall down this entire gravity tube thing, but I can just, if I can break out of it, there we go, and just fall down to the goal ring. I actually can just fall right from the rocket, but I was wanting to show you the gravity tube, what it wanted me to do, but you can break out of it by doing a homing attack cancel and getting a little farther. And, ooh, the A rank is delicious. So here we are at Canon's core, the very last level of the game and the final story. This level has two gimmicks. One of them is stopping the time with these little clocks that you'll see right now. Right there. These little clocks, they stop the time. And they also actually stop the actual timer. So you can use that to your advantage. in several places. But the other gimmick is that you switch off between characters in this. As in, after this, I'm going to be Eggman, after that I'm going to be Rouge, etc, etc. Now, Big actually does appear in every section of Canon's core, as in every character's individual section. I can't remember where he is in Eggman's. And just like that, now we're Rouge. Rouge probably has the quickest section of them all. Or maybe, well, probably Sonic does, but Rouge's section is not that bad. We're actually going to see Big right up there, the upper right-hand corner. Now we're Knuckles, and Knuckles is completely an underwater section. So you really want to make sure you have the air necklace. It is possible to do the section without it, because there are actually air bubbles. But that is extremely aggravating. I've actually never done it that way, because I would always get the air necklace. So, yeah, if you don't have the air necklace, you can do this section, but it's going to kick your ass. So after we go through that corridor, we're going to come down here, avoid the lasers, hit the switch, and say hi to our friend Big right there. Actually, time has stopped now, so he's just completely still. So here is one of my other favorite glitches in the game, where you can permanently stop time. You just want to spin dash away from the clock right after you press it, or as you press it, rather. And now you can see time is stopped, and there's no counter counting down. So to see Big, we're going to want to come over here. And he's right over there, way in the distance. Want to be careful about not hitting the clock, because I don't want time to start again. But yep, he's just fishing. He's having a good time. So right up there is actually the platform to do the Find the Lost Chow, and you can actually get to it, like I just did, with no Mystic Melody. And, of course, in every level, if you're not playing the Lost Chow mission, you'll get a 1-up. So why not just get a free 1-up? It's easiest to get up there doing the homing attack cancel. Just want to spin dash the apex of that, and then press homing attack, and then the circle button, or equivalent to it, to cancel it out. And so right up here, right down this, you're going to want to be careful about this collision detection right there with the waterfall. If you jump or get in it incorrectly while, you know, time is permanently stopped, you can actually get stuck there and have to redo the whole level. That's actually what happened to me right when I was trying to do this. And that doesn't really happen too often. As long as you just, because if you just run down it, you'll be fine. But if you try doing something else down it, that'll kind of, you know. This trick, stopping the time, is very useful in the hard mode, because there are a lot of chaos monsters that you can link and get, you know, bonus points for. And so with that, we get an A rank on the almost last level of the game. Before we hit the 2 final bosses, we're going to go through Green Hill. So Green Hill is the level that you unlock for obtaining 180 emblems, all the emblems in the game, a 3D recreation of the first Sonic level, and it's really cool. For the longest time as a kid, I looked at this as like, oh man, I'm never gonna get that, and now I've 100%ed it SA2 4 times. So I know this level pretty well. Oh, I don't think I've mentioned this. There's another way to get an A rank for every level, and that's to collect every ring in the level. And for some levels, that's extremely for most levels, that's actually extremely difficult. I've done it on Green Hill. I think it's probably the easiest in Green Hill, just because the rings are, you can predict where they are. Jeez. Fucking shit. Because in a lot of levels, you know, where every single ring gonna be. And that, my friends, is Green Hill. The level you get when you beat all the game, you get everything, and hopefully you get an A rank on it. It's actually pretty tricky to get an A rank. Here is my favorite Sonic boss of all time, the Bio Lizard. It's a very fun boss battle, pretty challenging, and it takes some genuine skill of the game to beat it and do a pretty good job on it. So, you know, whatever. I don't know how Gerald Robotnik went from a lizard to a hedgehog. I mean, look at this thing. You would not think, oh yes, the prototype of Shadow the Hedgehog, that giant lizard creature. Like, what the hell? But, you know, whatever. It's a cool design. So after the first hit, he's gonna start shooting his dark matter at you, like so. Gonna want to jump and somersault over it, or jump over it, somersault under it. When you're somersaulting, I recommend going to the sides and not forward and back. It helps, yeah, when the lower ones come and you need to jump over them. And then you just grind up his rail and fucking hit his goddamn life support system and kill the fucker. So something you can actually notice is that I don't think it's the sound when he gets hit, but the sound that plays when it's his like title screen or whatever. You know, when the Biolizard is, you know, going across the screen. It actually uses the perfect chaos roar of all things. It resamples that, and I think the same roar was sampled again for I want to say I think Devil Doom in Shadow the Hedgehog. Last hit, what he's gonna do, he's gonna shoot his eggs out again, make you float in the air. Now this section can actually be incredibly difficult because you can get stuck with, you know, eggs all around you and hitting you, and there's no way to defend yourself because you're floating. But I killed him, and he's fucking dead. One of the best cutscenes in the game for sure. When they turn super, it's awesome and it's so cool, and you see the Chaos Emeralds come down. And I'm just gonna let this whole cutscene play out because I don't even care. It's fucking rad. Although that looks like they are, you know, just whoa. And then you can actually see their power-ups break off. Like, it's really faint. It's only a few frames. But they did animate it, which is kind of interesting. And they both look so cool and metallic-y. And the final boss of the game, Final Hazard, Live and Learn playing in the background. Let's kill this son of a bitch. So, the way you do it is just use the equivalent of the A and B, or X and circle. What happened there? I totally hit it. And you just want to zoom up and down and hit these little pink puffy spots. So something that's very interesting about this boss is that, you know, obviously Sonic and Shadow are talking to one another, but there are a few lines that Shadow has that it's actually Ryan Drummond impersonating David Humphrey as Shadow. I can't remember any of the specific lines that are said because they're kind of all samey, that are Ryan Drummond as Shadow, but just look up, like, you know, Shadow's lines from SA2 and you will hear them. And yeah, I got confirmation that it happened because I tweeted at Drummond himself and I was like, hey, did you, is this you? And he was like, oh yeah, that is me. That kind of stuff happens in voice acting, recording all the time. So, yeah, it's interesting, and, you know, a little fun fact for you. And the Biolizard is fucking dead. We killed him. We saved Earth. We stopped the space colony, or we're going to in the next cutscene. Anyway, that's Sonic Adventure 2. Thanks for tuning into this episode of my favorite Sonic game. Yeah, so see you in the next episode.